Alright guys, let's talk about some weird quirks and features of the HK USP. Now this one in particular is the USP 45, of course, chambered in 45 auto. But let's jump into some of the weird things with this gun. So first off, with weird quirks and features that pretty much everyone knows about, we have the weird rail on this gun. Now this is a proprietary rail that HK came up with when this gun was first made, and it's just weird. You do typically have to get proprietary adapters if you want to mount a light laser or anything down here. Second one to me, and one that I only noticed when the gun is really cocked, is how gigantic this finger well or trigger guard, whatever you like to call it, is. It is absolutely massive. This is my hand in a natural gripped position for a handgun, and it is just barely reaching past it. For instance, for reference, we have a P226 here, and this is the normal sized trigger well of a P226 in comparison. So it's a little bit stretched and a little bit oblong, and it looks a lot weirder when it's in this configuration as opposed to when the hammer is down and the trigger is back to a more normal position. Speaking of the safety and the hammer being down, another weird quirk to these is that the safety or fire control group has 10 different variants. You can switch the safety from right to left or left to right depending on what you want for your controls, and you can also change the features and function. In its standard function, it has a fire and a safety mode as well as a decocker, and you can change it to decocker only. You can change it to just a safety and fire mode, and yeah, you can just do what you want with it. In addition, the last feature that I hear pretty much no one talk about the HK USP, and something that I didn't find out really from anyone else, is the fact that the hammer is actually a two-part hammer. You have the metal strike face right here, of course, that strikes your firing pin, and you have this rubberized plastic portion that is kind of grafted onto the hammer. So it is very interesting. I think they did this more for extra grip and texture as opposed to anything else. Definitely not for durability, but this little rubber plastic piece does not contact the slide when it goes back. Rather, it is just the metal portion that does. But yeah, interesting fact that this is actually a two-part hammer, and hopefully you guys can kind of see that differential there in finishes. This is the plastic portion, this is the metal portion, as opposed to a standard hammer on a hammer-fired handgun that is just one single piece of metal. Like this is the vast majority of hammer-fired handguns right here look like that, as opposed to that.